Welcome to this edition of Hawk Talk, game number 7 on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks season. Not going as the Harbor Hawks intended, falling 10-4 in Game 2 of the Barnstable Patriot Cup Series against the Cotuit Kettleers. Hello everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Chris Lucey, alongside my broadcast partners Robert Marcello and Lyle Goldstein. Hyannis got off to a tough start, but Nick McDonald, the starter, after giving up 3 earned runs in only 1 inning, settled in and actually was able to recover and have a pretty nice outing.
Yeah, both starts this season outside the 3rd inning, he's been flat out dominant. Just for some reason, that second time through the order kind of catches him off guard a little bit. Maybe hitters figure out his sequence just a little bit more. But McDonald, 5 strikeouts on the night, really had these hitters off balance in 3 of the 4 innings he pitched in, and just got into a little bit of a blip in the 3rd.
The sidewinder from Florida International, only allowing those 3 earned runs in the top of the 3rd inning and then settling in otherwise. But Hyannis was able to chip away at the lead, actually tying it up in the 5th inning off of some timely hitting, Robert.
Absolutely. Getting guys on base, being able to move runners over has really helped the Harbor Hawks so far this year, and that's how they've been able to produce runs.
A player for Hyannis who really stood out in that regard was Braden Comeaux, went 2 for 5 on the day, able to knock in a run, also making some nifty plays in the field. He was able to catch up with our sideline reporter Dani Terzer after the game.
Thanks, guys. Braden Comeaux with me here. Braden, you've played pretty consistently out here on the Cape since Game 1, 6 hits and 2 runs this season so far. Were there ever any nerves for you, or did you settle into your game pretty quickly?
Of course. I mean, the first game out here, I was pretty nervous, honestly, because you hear about all the hype about the pitching and stuff, how pitching dominates. So from my approach, I just try to stay relaxed and try to see the ball big, because all these, these are some of the best pitchers in the country, so I just try to stay calm, stay relaxed, stay with the approach,
You had the RBI single in your team's offensive push there in the 5th inning. What's been working for you that's allowed you to connect with the pitches that you've been seeing?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to stay calm, stay relaxed, and know these guys, they're all throwing pretty hard, so they're going to rely heavy on their fastball, so I'm sitting fastball more often than not, so I'm just staying relaxed, staying with that approach.
And you've had some great defensive catches today in tonight's game. How have you seen the infield's chemistry amongst each other evolve since Game 1?
So Coach Polk has this manual he makes us read, and he's very adamant that we read it, and it's kind of like this thing that everyone comes from different schools, so everyone has a different system. So he uses this manual to make us all have one system so we all know what's going on. So basically I just run as fast as I can until somebody says anything, and in both instances no one said anything. It's like, okay, I got it, I guess. So yeah.
Thanks, Braden.
Yep, you got it.
Thank you so much, Dani. Alongside my broadcast partners Robert Marcello and Lyle Goldstein, I'm Chris Lucey, wrapping up a 10-4 loss here for the Harbor Hawks against the Cotuit Kettleers in Game 2 of the Barnstable Patriot Cup Series. Now, Robert, this game got off to a pretty good start for Hyannis. They chipped away at a 3-0 deficit, were able to tie it back up, but the wheels really came off in the 8th inning.
They sure did, with a big home run. That really kind of cost them the game there, being down 3-0, being able to tie the game. And then they went through just to tie the game, and then to lose the lead there was kind of a sort of their side. And then another home run led up there to be down 3. And then those runs late really just kind of killed off the comeback.
Back-to-back home runs in the top of the 8th inning to Thomas Dillard out of Ole Miss, and then Zachary Bierman as well. Very, very tough for the Harbor Hawks to come back from. And Lyle, I'll wrap up with you. Hyannis faces Wareham tomorrow, the hottest team in the Cape right now, leading the Western Division with a scorching 12 points. What specifically can Hyannis adjust going into that game at Spillane Field tomorrow?
Well, first off, they just have to locate a little bit better. 6 walks on the game was tough for them, and it got away from them a little bit in the late innings with the free passes. Also, they have to produce a little bit more on offense and really capitalize on these chances with runners on base. Harbor Hawks left 12 runners on base tonight. You're just simply not going to win a ball game if you leave that many guys out on the base paths.
Absolutely not, and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks were unable to pull this one away. Final score, Cotuit 10, Hyannis 4 here from McKeon Park. Be sure to catch our broadcast tomorrow on YouTube. That one getting underway from Spillane Field at 6:30. You can catch Hawk Talk every night after the game on YouTube and catch post-game highlights, interviews, and so much more on SoundCloud. Just look up Hyannis Harbor Hawks. On behalf of my broadcast partners, Lyle Goldstein and Robert Marcello, I'm Chris Lucey. On behalf of our sideline reporter, Dani Terzer, as well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you tomorrow after the 6:30 first pitch from Spillane Field in Wareham.